Hey guys, so today I will be testing a couple of the cheapest products that you can get for hot tent camping and also just your general sleep system. Now, first and foremost, starting off right away, I have this hot tent. It is called the Longeek 4-person tent. Fair warning, I do not have a camp stove, but I'm just testing the actual tent today. Here's the Longeek. It's probably Longeek, but I like to call it Longeek because you'll be geeking at how cheap this thing is. This thing is $150 on Amazon for a 4-person tent. I tested this out. This thing is huge. So we're gonna try sleeping in that tonight. For our pillow, we have this little Hikenture pillow. I believe it is $19 on Amazon. I am very particular about my pillows, so I will definitely be giving you an honest review on that. And then we have the Gear Doctor sleeping pad. Now this thing, I already kind of don't like because I tried to inflate it and it doesn't seem to inflate all that much. And also it's ginormous. It's probably bigger than my actual tent. It doesn't weigh a lot, but it's just like big and bulky. So this thing better keep me warm because, I mean, it is currently 20 degrees and it will be dropping to a low of 16. So hopefully this stuff keeps me a little bit warm. I do have my sleeping bag. Now, this is something that I do not like to mess with at all. So I have the Nemo Disco 15. It's like a $300 sleeping bag, rated to 15 degrees. Comfort level is around 20. I've already tested it to 20 and it was completely fine. Oh, I forgot one more thing. I also have this little camp stove. I believe it was $19 on Amazon. It's just a nice camp stove. We'll make some tea with it tonight. So before we even set up the tent, I am gonna raise myself off the ground a little bit because it's completely frozen solid. So I'm gonna make a little camp bed. I don't trust that thing. I don't trust that sleeping pad really. So I'm gonna get myself off the ground. I'm gonna be taking these 2 giant logs right here, rolling them in between these, and then stacking all these sticks to make a nice little bed. So let's do that right now. This thing probably weighs at least like probably at least 150 pounds. Oh, shoot, my leg. Let me see how this feels with the sleeping pad. I'm not too hopeful. So this is a self-inflating sleeping pad. So you just take it out, you throw it on the thing, and you open the little valve and it inflates. You do have to give it a couple breaths of air, but that's the design, I guess, of it. We'll let that inflate for a little bit, and we'll see how that does. All right, tent time. Perfect landing. So all you do is you take these little, what are these called? I'll put the word whatever these called are. You just stick them in the ground and you attach the little rope things on the end. It's really simple, it's really easy. Then once you have a couple down, you take the center pole out. Really simple. You just attach it. And then you just take this. Hold on. So I got it to work. It's going to be, how do I say it, wonky looking, because the way that the bed is positioned in there, it's gonna look more like a half TP type tent. But yeah, I mean, it's very easy setup. You just put the center pole in, make sure you have at least a couple of these in the ground so that it can stand. Now let me cover this for you. I'm so bright. Now I'm gonna do my sleep system. Now I'm gonna do my bed. Let's take a little look inside there first, though. I'm not a fan of the zipper. I'm not gonna lie. And then here we have a nice little bed. Oh, what I like about this tent as well is that right here you can see that the door. Basically, you can take the little. It's almost like a little knob on the side, and you just literally just take that and twist it up, and then the door opens very nicely. Gives you a nice view of the inside. So I got a sleeping bag and sleeping pillow. All I gotta do is just give this thing a couple more breaths, and you see it's just not, there's no insulate, there's no, Well, I guess that's as good as it's gonna get. I mean, it's not horrible. It's just, it's pretty bad. I'll give it a chance. Oh, the little pillow. Actually, get out of its little case. And then I think it attaches to your sleeping pad. All right, last but not least, I love this thing. I've already tried this thing out. All right, I think it's tea time now. So I'm gonna use this little camp stove I got on Amazon. Hopefully everyone here is having a good day. Or night. But yeah, you know, hopefully you come to these videos and it makes you relax a little bit. Maybe it takes the stress out of the day, just a tiny bit. Maybe my humor actually amuses someone out there. And that's the hope, is that my videos can be of use to you. Or just general knowledge as well. If you're interested in backpacking or hiking or anything like that. As you can tell, I'm not very experienced with these things, but I have so much fun learning and just pretending like I know things. It just makes the whole process a lot more fun, being able to bring you guys along. So how this thing works is this might be the tiniest camp stove ever. This is the camp stove. It has these little prong things that hold on to your little pans, I think. Have to switch to this icky camera phone quality. I was an idiot and I left my camera on while I went to do stuff inside, so it's dead. But I am ready to get into bed. We're gonna close this up. It is quite cold. I can already see the frost building up on the sides. I'm gonna zip her up and crawl into bed. Hopefully no coyotes attack me. Yo, where'd this green fit though, for real?
Is it fire? I don't know. I'm going to bed though. Good night. Remember to say your prayers. Remember to have gratitude. Goodbye. Good night.
Good morning. All right, let's give my final opinions on these products that I tested last night. All right, let's start with this tent first. Now, if you're a beginner, or if you want to get into backpacking or camping in general, or if you're interested in the possibility of getting an actual camp stove, I think this tent is definitely worth the money. It's only $150. Most hot tents, I think, around the 300 range. So for what it's worth, I think this tent is a definite yes for me. I'm going to be keeping this tent. I really do trust that this can be waterproof through storms, and I know that they have wind ties too, so I think this thing will be pretty sturdy against a possible windstorm as well. Another thing too, I do think it's easy to set up. I believe I was just being a bongo yesterday with the little stake things. Also, the ground's a little bit frozen. But one last thing though about this tent that really confused me is how to put it back in its carrying case. So at the very end of this video, I'm going to show you really quickly how to fold it and put it back in its case. Next, let us review the next decent product, is this pillow. Now this Hike and Share pillow, I actually thought this was a good pillow. For what this can compress down to, I do think this is worth the money. It also has what I really like too, you know, germaphobe here. I like that it has a removable pillowcase that you can just put in the wash. Now, I have to be completely honest with you guys. I have to be completely honest, is that I did not really sleep that much, and at 5 a.m. I went inside my house. The reason why I think I did not sleep well was not because of the tent, not because of this pillow. It was because of this sleeping mat. Now, I know I was pretty negative on this sleeping pad, and I think my criticism was accurate. Again, it's barely inflated. I adjusted all the sticks to make sure that nothing was poking out at me, and still I could just feel every lump. It did keep me warm though, but again, I was off the surface. I don't know if it would be able to keep me warm if it was actually on the ground. So I'm gonna be returning this. I think also too, just for the sheer size of this is not what I need to go backpacking. It takes up probably at least 25% of my bag space. So last but not least, this little camp stove, you should get this 100%. This thing is amazing. It is super inexpensive. It comes with everything you need, the pots, the actual camp stove part where you can put it on a gas container and light it up and eat some food, put some water in here, do whatever you need to do. But yeah, I'm gonna take this tent down. I'll show you that. But other than that, thank you for watching. I appreciate you. Every single one of you. Hopefully you have a great rest of your day, and yeah, see you on the next video. All right, so basically what you want to do is you want to configure it to where you want a right triangle, basically. And the trickiest part is making sure that you're actually folding it and not trying to just shove it all into a ball. You actually want to fold it in a specific way. I'll show you. And then you really want to try to make sure you're aligning these up. So okay, take this, and you just align them up, so you fold it like this. Like that. Yeah, like I should hammer it a little bit. Take this. Take it. You got it. You got it. And keep going. Just like that. It's a little tricky, it takes a couple tries, but you'll get that right. Look somewhat like this. Then what you do, take it, fold down like this. And then up, that goes. And then you fold all these little triangles that you made. Then you fold over. Now you do the best job of this. That's the basics. You should be able to get that in the back. Then you take these things, shove them right there.